The linguistic situation in Luxembourg is characterized by the practice and the recognition of three official languages, French, German, and the national language Luxembourgish, established in law in 1984. These three languages are also referred to as the three administrative languages. Upon the founding of the country, French enjoyed the greatest prestige, and therefore gained preferential use as the official and administrative language. German was used in the political field to comment on the laws and the ordinances in order to make them comprehensible to everyone. At the primary school level, teaching was limited to German, while French was taught in secondary education. The law of July 26, 1843 reinforced bilingualism by introducing the teaching of French in primary school. Luxembourgish. Luxembourgish, a Franconian language of the Moselle region similar to German and Dutch, was introduced in primary school in 1912. It is a Moselle Frankish dialect like the dialects in Germany bordering Luxembourg. Unlike its German counterparts, it uses many French words and is officially deemed to be a national language rather than a German dialect. The formalization of regional German dialects into national languages arose from the desire to impress a distinct national identity, not associated with the German state. In Switzerland, written German was maintained, albeit with some differences in vocabulary, differing strongly from the spoken Swiss German speech which the average German cannot understand. In Luxembourg the dialect was phonetically transcribed into a new language, and while Luxembourgish and a mix of other different languages is spoken on the street, French is often the main language spoken next to German and sometimes Luxembourgish in shops or other commercial sites. This could be explained by the fact that the strength of a dialect can be an indicator of inferior social standing. The first printed sentences in Luxembourgish appeared in 1821 in a weekly journal, the Luxemburger Wochenblatt. The first book in Luxembourgish was released in 1829 by Antoine Meyer, Eschreck ob de Lesburger Parnassus. Until the 1980s, the language had been used mainly for poetry and drama but has since become increasingly popular for fiction, which now represents a significant contribution to Luxembourg literature. Between 2000 and 2002, the Luxembourgish linguist Jerome Lulling developed a lexical database of 185,000 word forms for the very first Luxembourgish spell checker, thus launching the computerization of the Luxembourgish language. Constitutional revision. Until 1984, the official use of the languages was based on the Grand Ducal Decrees of 1830, 1832 and 1834, which allowed the free choice between German and French. French was preferred in the administration. Luxembourgish had no official status at all. The constitutional revision of 1984 gave the legislature the power to regulate the language by law. On February 24, 1984, a law, passed by the Constitutional Chamber, made Luxembourgish the national language. Furthermore, this law recognized the three languages of Luxembourg as administrative languages. French remains the language of legislation, due to the application of the Napoleonic Civil Code in Luxembourg. Participation in German and French language councils. Despite having German as one of its official languages, Luxembourg, which was not involved in devising the German orthography reform of 1996, is not part of the Rat-Vereinbarung Deutsche Rechtschreibung. The government of Luxembourg unilaterally adopted the reform and, due to its efficiency, it is well accepted by the country's teachers. According to the Duchy's largest newspaper, the Luxemburger Wort, Luxembourg does not perceive itself as a German-speaking country, and thus had no right to take part in the council. However, it is interesting to note that Luxembourg does participate in the Francophonie and has members in the Acadie copyright Myfrona sectionnaires on the other hand, despite French being only an official language as well. This might be due to the fact that Francophonie as an organization seeks to promote the use of the French language around the world, rather than regulate it, and thus has many members that are not French-speaking, such as Romania and Greece. Education. Luxembourgish is taught at pre-primary level, in schools after French and German. Moreover, Luxembourgish is taught only 1 hour per week at secondary school and only in the first years. In secondary school, besides German, French and Luxembourgish, English and Latin, Spanish or Italian are taught. At the university level, multilingualism makes it possible for Luxembourgish students to continue their higher education in French, German or English-speaking countries. Press, police, public services, German and French are the primary languages of the press, for recording police case files and for public service information. Other languages, foreign-born persons and guest workers make up more than a third of the population of Luxembourg. The most common languages spoken by them, other than German and French, are Portuguese, Italian, and English. Statistics. The following table lists the percentage of inhabitants who are able to speak a language natively or as a second language. See also, multilingualism in Luxembourg, references.